We
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
It's time for this real taller high. Been going live on a televisor on the blue skies with we on that Friday night Knicks shit with our Knicks constituents. Live the ultra trip. That's that Nick orange and blue. I thought you knew it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. We stand on business. This real talk brand. You know we in this. We in the streets of Manhattan. People in the action. Getting the people reacting. Leading up to Knicks and he's getting it cracked. Cause it's game time. We in the world most famous. We seen the Knicks lock your team up. I be serving just like a subpoena. You know the Knicks fan. We feeling real giddy and litty. New York City gritty committee to beat the city by 50. Well, I'm about to get me a nice site with a smart quarter on ice. For a few bucks in the quarter to pay the order with my smart device. We and got them getting it popping in the Apple Rotten. Rep the home, met the partner stopping on their Apple watching. It's Knicks Real Talk. The team streaming on YouTube.com. We got two dudes doing good moves spot on, dropping the bomb. When the copies got a spot to dropping some of the hottest Nick content that's up in your head. Enough said, you know, upstairs leaving the guard after they got me back. Looks like a cab to fly back to the triad, no jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We salute everybody, salute, what's good, man? We in the building, the season over, but we ain't gone nowhere, we always here. Salute to everybody out there, man, salute to the chat, that's where it's at. Bring my partner, crime in the building, Shop Powers, what's good, my man?
Peace to you, Divine. Salute to the family that's in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we here, man. Season over for the 2023-24 regular season. Knicks bailed out in the second round, going 7 games against the Indiana Pacers, obviously, and came up a little short, man, and all that good stuff. But excuse me. But other than that, man, what a tremendous season, what a fun season. A lot of peaks and valleys in the season, but it was all good though, man. I can't say enough how proud I am to be a Knicks fan this year. They came in here and represented for us this year, man. 50-50 game win regular season. Went deep in the playoffs, man. It fell a little short because of a lot of things, variables, injuries, and all that. But anyway, man, I'm glad we in the building just to talk about the season recap. We're going to break a lot of stuff down tonight. But before I go any further, salute to my man Fabian, what's popping? Daniel, what's good with you? And Darren, my man, thank you for coming a member this year, man. And the reason why we really came on tonight is to say thank you to all you guys.
That's the fact.
For supporting us all year long. You know, like I said, we might not be the biggest and the best, but we the realest. You know what I mean? And we was in here this year. You guys was in here with us. And we appreciate y'all support for sure. That's one of the main reasons we want to do the season recap, man. To thank all you guys, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody for supporting New York Knicks Real Talk all year long, you know, from day one. But, you know, other than that, man, Shop Howard, fun season, man. A lot of injury peaks and valleys. Knicks performed pretty well this year. Team did well. Coach did well. Improved better than last year. And they stepped it up another level. Probably could have won even more, like under the circumstances, you know, because of the injuries and everything. But I was really happy about the season. I'm thankful to be a Knicks fan, man. Real talk, because they gave us some good basketball this year. Jalen Brunson put himself on the center stage this year and did not disappoint us. A lot of the acquisitions that came into our team this year didn't disappoint us. Other than the injuries. It was a good season overall, Shop House. So I'm really happy about everything that went on this year. Just when I wish we could have got to the third round, but I'm not mad at that because I know we were healthy. We could have went further than that. So other than that, man, thank you to the New York Knicks, man. They really did their job this year for sure.
Yeah, man. You know, kudos to the New York Knicks. I posted on X today about how Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart was after the game. Out in the crowd, giving everybody high fives and stuff like that, and speaking to the crowd, really, you know, giving love to the crowd because the Knicks fans are for real. You know what I mean? We die hard. You know what I mean? Salute Ebru. We die hard. You know what I mean? We love Knicks and Bruises. Salute Tony Crow. You know what I mean? It's for real what we do, man. You know what I mean? So the season, we were killed by injuries, man. And that's what I've been saying, and I'm gonna stick by it, man. You know what I mean? If we all know if we could have we seen what OG Anunoby and Julius Randle on the court did. You know what I mean? They were 12-4, 12-3, or something like that when they were on the court together. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That lineup with Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson was phenomenal. And you know what I mean? Even without all of those guys, with Anunoby on the court, I think we were 25-7, I think it was, or something like that. That's phenomenal numbers.
That's facts.
So we have players that played their role. You know what I mean? Very good players. Defensive juggernaut, Mitchell Robinson, grabbing offensive threat in the beginning of the year, grabbing all the rebounds, the best in the league before he got hurt. OG Anunoby, a defensive specialist, locks 3s, 4s, 5s down if you got to. You know what I mean? Puts pressure on everybody. We got another juggernaut with grabbing rebounds, Isaiah Hardenstein. These guys specialize in their craft, and these are the things that they specialize in. DiVincenzo, a 3-point specialist. That's a specialist. This guy is special. You know what I mean? And he is no punk. You know what I mean? My uncle, and then this ain't no slight to you, DiVincenzo. My uncle call him White Dante. You know what I mean? Because white with Dante, DiVincenzo. Dante. You know what I mean? White with Dante. But with that being said, he ain't no sucker and he ain't no punk. You know what I mean? So, and we got another defensive. We got a whole bunch of guys on our team. We got a scoring threat in Jalen Brunson that can't be held. I seen Jalen Brunson do it to everybody this year. I mean, after he twists his foot towards the end of the season, he labored a little bit, I believe, and that's that's the fandom in my heart. He labored a little bit, but he can't be held. You know what I mean? He figures you out, he's gonna dominate. Julius Randle, what can you say about him? You know what I mean? When he was playing basketball, he was an all-star this year. You know what I mean? Before the all-star, but he was an all-star. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 6, 5, 6, 7 assists, all-star status. We got guys that can play basketball. And I just think that, if we would have been all healthy this year, sky's the limit. I mean, sky would have been the limit. Orange and blue skies, as a matter of fact. So with that being said, it's over. I know I have fun talking about the Knicks all year long, especially with you, Divine. But outside on the street, you really see who really is a Knicks fan. Because people that you usually don't expect for you to say something to you, they see that logo on your hat. They see that logo on your chest. They see the colors that you're wearing. Them Knicks are doing pretty good this year. I don't care where you at. I don't care what state you in. I don't care what borough you in. I don't care what town you in. Whatever you want to call your area, there's somebody that ever see you with that thing on and be like, hey, the Knicks doing pretty good this year. I like that boy Jalen Brunson. Like him. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I am kudos to the whole Knicks staff, the front office for getting these guys in here, making some real trades this year. They made some trades this year. And also to Tom Thibodeau for putting this thing together to getting us to a 50-win second seed, better than we played last year. So salute to all the guys and the front office. Much love.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, then we just gonna get into it today, man, for a little while, man. Like I said, I know everybody probably kind of still feel a little took the air out of the sail when we lost the game. But listen, we're gonna talk about the 2023 4 season. We're gonna talk about the grade the team, and what y'all felt about the team all year, go through the grade thing, and also the decision-making time for the front office. It's time for Leon Rose to do their thing. What are we going to expect for them to do to upgrade the roster, or hopefully the roster come back intact the way it was and make a little bit of tweaks and everything here and there. So we get into that as well, man. What would you like to see this offseason? We ask you guys, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to see this offseason. So we got a couple of things to cover over for the next hour, man. We get into it, break it all down, have some fun with it. But like I said, this team right here, the New York City Gritty Committee. Thank you. You see, I got the orange and blue flower, got the orange and blue hearts. thank you guys for that, man. Y'all had a hell of a season, man. You really didn't let us down. Y'all guys play hard every night for the New York Knicks. Left everything on the floor every night, man. And that's gritty. That's why I call them gritty, because they didn't back down for no competition. They went hard every night, and whatever had been left out on the floor, they left it out on the floor. Like I said, so I can't be more happy about this team, man. We've been watching it for a long time. I've been watching them over 50 years, but I'm happy about what I see this year, and I'm happy about the trajectory of the team and where they're going with this thing, Shot Powers, because they got a lot of stuff that can happen with New York Knicks. We talk about the draft picks and everything. We deal with the free agent money, but the foundation is set. I guess that's what I want to say, Shot Powers. The foundation for the New York Knicks this year is pretty much set. And they got a nice core there, and all they got to do is just keep building, man. Just keep building, and everything else will take care of itself. So I'm super excited about what they got moving ahead, man. I just hope we come back more healthy next year, and have a mindset that we fell short this year, and even not to make excuses for the New York Knicks. They won't make no excuses. They know they fell short. Jalen Brunson feel like he said the season was a failure, because knowing him, he wanted to go further. You know what I mean? But, I know that's the best way him to describe it right now, but I don't think it was a failure from us. But for him, it's different, because he might have had some high expectations about this team. So, let's hopefully that, after all the smoke settles and the dust and all that settles, he feel a different way, and I do think they will come back and respond this year, going into the 2024-25 season. I think they'll be lock and loaded, man. And I really believe that. So I'm really happy about the core group we got there, man. And we got a core group there that's going to really help us out in the long run. We got a foundation, and now we got to see what we're going to do with all the speculation that's already taking place out there. Who might come, who might not come, what you're going to do with this player, what you're going to do with that player. All that's going to happen. We in a 982 game off season. We are literally in the off season for playing everyday basketball. I don't think the season never over to me, because you always got something coming up. They always working behind the scenes. Like Tom Thibodeau and them, he probably right there sitting in the office thinking some shit right now. Leon Rose probably cross the T, dot and I, checking the landscape of the NBA, seeing if there's any disgruntled people, or see if anybody willing to move on from players, to bring some, just to clear their cap or whatever. It's going to be a lot of that going on there. Obviously, we got the free agent market coming out there. I'll let you know who's on the free agent market. I got that out of there as well. But you know what, Chop Out, the first thing let me say, shoot to everybody in the building, though. Jeff Woods was good. My man Rob was popping. My brother was good, fam. Good to see you. Alberto, my man. Rome Far Rock. Rome was good, my man. Shoot to you as well. Fabian, everybody. But for me, Shot Powers, this season started out, we had our core pieces there. You know what I mean? Obviously, we started winning, looked pretty good going into the trading deadline, and then we made some moves. We switched R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and Quentin Grimes out for Anunoby, Malachi Flynn, Preston Achua, Alex Burks, Bogdan Bogdanovic, all that stuff. And it worked out pretty well until the guys that we brought in, Anunoby got injured. Obviously, Bogdan got injured in the playoffs, and so on and so forth. So what I do like about what they did this offseason, this season, even at the trade deadline, they did not relinquish no first-round picks. They got Alex Burks. They got Bogdan without a first-round pick. They got Anunoby without a first-round pick. You know what I mean? So that was pretty good, that they were able to make the moves and still kept out a couple of first-round picks that we got this year in the second round here. So I think for me, the recap of the season was the biggest thing was the trade deadline. The trade deadline, we were sitting right there, and we made the decisions, and and I think that boded well for us. But then the injury bug caught up to us. So overall, I was happy with the way the season went. I was happy with the trades. I love the guys, like all three of our guys who was here, but now they gone. I love them guys, man. But I'm not mad at what they also did this season with the trade deadline and everything like that. But other than that, the disappointing part of the season on the recap, Shop Power, was the injuries. Mitchell Robinson going down early. Randall getting hurt. And then obviously Anunoby getting hurt. But other than them few things right there, it was a pretty good season to me. I think we did pretty well. We treaded water. We kept fighting and scrapping without our major guys, especially Anunoby and Randall, and we was able to wind up still winning 50 games. So if you ask me how was the season, I think we had a very good season, despite all the circumstances that was involved with the season, with the injuries and everything else, the trades and all that. I think we still had a great season, man. And obviously we wish we could have went well. But you got to give salute to Indiana Pacers. They did their thing in the playoffs. They eliminated us. good team down there. They doing their thing. But I do believe that if this team was fully healthy, it would have been a lot harder for a lot of teams to beat us. You know what I mean? But you know what? We don't make excuses, New York, and that's what it is. But overall, what's your gut feeling on a season in totality, man? How did you feel about the 2023-24 season?
I mean, what else can you say, man? Tom Thibodeau, he played a masterful game of basketball. He got us to 50 wins. We really start talking about next man up mentality. It was that all year long. Somebody else go down, somebody come in, step up, and we made it to 50 wins. Of course, I believe as a Knicks fan, coming as a homer, that if we would have, if we could have kept two of our guys, and I mean out of the three guys, or let's if we could have kept any one of these combinations, Julius Randle and OG on the court together, Mitchell Robinson and OG, Mitchell Robinson and Randle, Bodega Randle. You know what I mean? Mitchell Robinson, Bodega. If we could have had some of those combinations going down the stretch, I think we'd have fared a little better. You know what I mean? And I know fans, that game hurt. That 7th game hurt. But I'm gonna tell you what game hurt me. It was the 3rd game when we had the 9-point lead. That was the game that hurt me. That was the game when we could have took advantage. But you know, it's neither here nor there. The 7th game hurt because we lost it. But look at the team. We didn't have Jalen Brunson on the court for 30 minutes. Well, when he got hurt, 2nd quarter, 2 minutes in the. You know what I mean? Once I seen he was gone, I said it's over. and salute to DiVincenzo for coming out there and playing that stellar hardcore basketball. 37 points when he had something like that. That was stellar. That's big time play. That's stepping up like we did all year. Next man up mentality. And you know, going down the line, if they're going to, you know, matriculate with this roster or whatever like that, we have to have players that have that next man mentality. You know what I mean? Have to be team oriented, have to want to play defense and also have an offensive game. Those are the things that we have to, as front office, not us. What we want and what the front office want could be two totally different things. You know what I mean? You know, I would love to see Sadiq Bey here in New York. You know what I mean? Another Villanova guy. I wouldn't even we won't even talk about it now. We'll get into that a little later. I got some names, but you know, it's all how we want to go forward. Let's see what happens, man. I'm happy. Like I said, once again, this team, as we talked about all year, the peaks and valleys, man. We had peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, and then we hit some peaks for a while. Then we dropped down to the valley for a couple of games. Then we jump back up to mid and drop back down and up and down and up and down. All those up and downs were when we had players off the court. Julius Randle was a big, big, big loss to us in the beginning of the year. Because with Julius Randle on the court, if we didn't have OG Anunoby and we still had Josh Hart, we'd have been winning. You know what I mean? So, you know, in totality, you know what I mean, you just have to take how the season went. We had a fantastic year. This was the most that I seen people talk to me on the street about the Knicks, and I appreciated that for the Knicks. The Knicks played well, great basketball this year, man. Stay competitive. All the New York City Gritty Committee.
Yep. You know, for the season, they you know, I think the only valleys that I seen with the Knicks was the injuries. I mean, they won 50 games.
That's when we had the most losses when we had the injury. That's the most times we had 2 or 3 games back-to-back losses.
Yep. So you know, so overall, I mean, the season was great. I enjoyed every bit of it. I enjoyed watching all 82 games and the games in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And this team is a solid team. They got a solid foundation. They got a solid core to build around. This team will be back next year, regardless of who might not be here, who may be here, ladies and gentlemen. But they will be a much better team next year because, you know, every year you get better as you learn each other's tendencies. We had a player. What I did like about this team this year, ladies and gentlemen, We had one of our guys was in the top 10 in scoring. We had another guy was in the top 3 in 3-point shooting. We had another guy that was in probably top 10 in rebounding. He was one of the shortest guys. We had another guy, probably one of the better defenders in the association when he healthy. And obviously, if Julius Randle would have been healthy, we had another all-star, all-NBA type player. And Mitchell Robinson, so we had a real good core there. And like I said, nobody cannot tell me the reason why Knicks is not there is because they're not a good team. They there, the injuries was there. If Julius Randle, a healthy Anunoby, a healthy Bogdan, them cats was not beating the New York Knicks. We took them 7 games with a roster that we got like that without these guys. Bogdan went down in what? He went down in the Philadelphia series. You know what I mean? Anunoby obviously sprains his hamstring in that series. Mitchell Robinson goes down. You lose him in the playoffs. All these guys, they go, it is never about excuses, but that's like any team. And I try to tell people that it's not. Listen, can you imagine if Steph Curry went down on a Warriors shot powers? They wouldn't be the team they are. You see what happened to the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis and Dame Lillard. They're not going to be the team that they are. You know what I mean? It goes down. It goes just down the line. People. Injuries is not an excuse, ladies and gentlemen. Injuries is a part of the game. It's just a part of the game. And it's unfortunately that we were the ones that got bit the most when it really needed to be. You look at the Chicago Bulls. You don't think they would have been better if Zach LaVine wouldn't have got hurt? Or you can go up and down the line. Do you think the Celtics wouldn't have been even better if Kristaps Porzingis went down? Sometimes it happens because it's the NBA. It's a physical game. You're up and down. You're running, doing all this. So you don't make no excuses, but it's a part of it. It's been many teams who didn't make that deep run that they wanted to make because they got injured. You know what I mean? That's just the way basketball is. And I think
Miami, Butler.
Miami, right. Absolutely. A lot of teams, man. But overall, for the season, it was a great season. I enjoyed every bit of it. I would not change it for the world. I just wanted to make sure that, people recognize that no matter who you are, what team you are, sometimes an injury could derail your whole season. Put it like that. It could derail your season. And it happened to us. I mean, we fought and scrapped, but we didn't have enough firepower with the injury we had to beat Indiana. And we barely had it. We got by Philadelphia, but we did have an Anunoby then. We did have Mitchell Robinson for a little while then. We did have, when Bogdan got hurt, I wouldn't know what game it was, but he was there for a little while. So, when you lose, I always say, when I say this, what I'm trying to say, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, when you lose players, your team get weaker. Because now the players that was on your bench got to come in your starting lineup. So now your bench got weak, because the guys that were your mainstays is not there no more. DiVincenzo really was a bench player, probably. Two of them was bench players when Randall was here, and it goes on and on. And so other than that, great season by New York Knicks. I'm happy about what we did and what we accomplished here, man. And I hope that we can come back here this next season a little bit more stronger, a little more healthier, a little bit more experienced, a little bit more knowledgeable, and we'll take it from there. But other than that, Shot Powers, I'm giving this grade for this season. To me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B. I give it a B because I think we did a lot of good things this year. Allow for it to be a B for me this season. I know everybody's perfect, but I will give Knicks a really good B+, man, because I think they had a good season. To win 50 games with a decimated roster is impressive to me, no matter how you look at it. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we got to hold our hat on as Knicks fans, that we really, really play hard all year long. Tom Thibodeau got better at coaching. He made some adjustments in his coaching style. The team made some adjustments in the way they play basketball. I love the way Tiz would come out. One thing I loved about this team this year was they always came out in the second half and made adjustments. Shot Powell, you know what I mean? They always knew how to make adjustments. No matter what happened in that first half, they always came back in the second half and made adjustments. I think that was one of the reasons why I'm grading this team a B. The coaching staff did real well, and he said A+, Tiz A+.
I'm with Fabe.
Fabe, I'm gonna have to get in bear witness to you on that one, man. I was trying to be modest, but you're right though, man. After everything they went through, you 100% right. And I will. Yep. I up my grade to that because that you 100% right on that. You know what I mean? Just trying to be mild, but Shot Powers, which are great for the season, man. And tell me
I was gonna say, I believe the team with what they had was an A+. 50 wins, better than they did last year. Made it to a farther game than they did last year. You know what I mean? But with the health wise, we're like a B-. But the way Tibbs worked the lineup, it took that B minus always to about an A. You know what I mean? In the games we won, we were like an A. Some games were A pluses. Some games we were A minuses. Some games we were B pluses. You know what I mean? With our health, we were you know, might even be, you might even say a C, because with the lineup that is out was a starting lineup. You know what I mean? And this is before Jalen Brunson. If you want to add Jalen Brunson now you got a 6-7 man roster right there, you know what I mean, of guys that you could have played if they were all healthy. You know what I mean? So with that being said, A+ all the way, man. This team have you know, I had I don't know, I always loved the team, you know what I mean? But this team this year was just different, you know what I mean? It was just different, man.
Yep.
And they just you know, they really motivated me to do more homework, to start paying attention more to stats. And now that I'm on the podcast, I want to be accurate right around the numbers, because I can't remember everything. If I don't write it down, I won't remember things. I'll remember it like 7 minutes after I think about it, but, you know, and jokingly. But, you know, I made me do more things to go out and find out more information about what's going on, just like what we're going to talk about a little later tonight. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's what made me think this was one of the best teams that I've rooted on in a long time. In a long time. You know what I mean? I was down with the Patrick Ewing and the John Starks crew and all of those guys. I was down for the missed finger roll from Patrick Ewing. I didn't see some things, how Olajuwon Diamond. I didn't seen all that. You know what I mean? I didn't seen some highs and some lows. I didn't seen some 4-point plays, and I didn't seen choke. You know what I mean? I didn't seen things like that in this Nick in my Nick fandom. So it has this is one of the best teams that I have watched in a very long time, and I'm over enthused to see what they could do next year when they are all healthy. You know what I mean? And hopefully we could pull through with all the guys playing 84% of the games going in. You know what I mean? If we could get them, if we could get a OG Anunoby for 58 games plus the playoffs, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. It's like I said, I had to up my ante to A2, man, because you do have to look at everything in totality. You take all the variables, put everything in there. What happened? What didn't happen? The games he lost, and in the game he won. We went out there and did the damn thing. I mean, like I said, nobody can literally not say this team was that good. You won 50 games with a decimated roster. You know, I just think that's impressive, man. And I love the spirit of this team, Shop. I think that was the most impressive thing to me, was the spirit of this team. They had a real good spirit about them. They had a lot of continuity, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of chemistry. It wasn't about one individual player. We know Jalen Brunson was the head of the snake, but we also know that, without the body of the snake, that head wouldn't have did nothing. So knowing that this team was unselfish, they just battled together, they scrapped and fought together, they win and lose together, but they always believed that they had enough to be a good team, and it did. 50 wins. How many teams in they can say they could do that with this situation that we was in? So, I think this season was a good season, man. I was happy to be a Knicks fan this year, and I'm always happy to be a Knicks fan, but I'm really happy for the Knicks fan base. Because you think about before Tibbs got here, we were going through a lot of purgatory. You know what I mean? A lot of purgatory. Just only winning 30 games here and there, being in the lottery, bypassing good talent, because we, instead of grabbing this guy, we grabbed Kevin Knox. Instead of grabbing him, we grabbed Frank Ntilikina. So we finally got a guy in here who's a good talent evaluator, along with the front office as well. And then in 3, 4 years, whatever, 3 playoff runs in 4 years. Not an overpaid roster. Nobody on our roster is making over $30 million yet. And so that was impressive to see me too, because we did all this here with not $45 million players, not $60 million players. One of them making 25, 26, one making 27, 28, or whatever the case may be. And we put some other guys around them that fitted what they do, and it translated into the good season that we had. So there's no reason for nobody in the Knicks fan to hold your head down. say this team is a failure, that's bogus. There's no reason for you to hold your head down about this team. We just would have wished that we could have seen them in their full totality, what could have been. You know what I mean? And like obviously the Clippers lost Kawhi Leonard in the playoff. That made, like I said, these injuries is something, man. It's like in football. The Giants losing Shaquan Barkley before he got traded, or losing. Yeah. It happens. It just you can't take the main wheel, important piece of your puzzle, and they get hurt. Then your puzzle's not gonna be finished. It's not gonna be able to be built.
Another perfect example was Donovan Mitchell.
Facts. Yep. Prime example. Yep. And they could have gave a little bit more scared of Cleveland. I mean, to Boston if he went out or injured, all that stuff. So us know it was good NBA season, good season for the Knicks, man. So what I'm looking forward to the 24-25 is see what these guys gonna do, and what my man Leon Rose gonna do. This gonna be big for him, and so we definitely want to see what he's gonna do and everything like that, because I think he definitely going to have a lot of say in this thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the man we're looking at right here. Let's see what he gonna do for the Knicks this year, how he gonna make this thing work for us, man. He got a lot of decisions to make. Some of them minor, some major. What do we do with the guys on the team that we willing to put in trade chips, or is Julius Randle going to be a trade chip, or is Bogdan going to be a trade chip, or Mitchell Robinson going to be a trade chip, or anybody who's under contract, are they going to be trade chips? And we'll see, because I do think if you look at the roster and this core, I think we got guys that are just going to be here. And I think me and you talked about that earlier before the show came on, some of the guys that I think that's going to be here and that's not going to be here. So he got a big decision to make. Leon Rose has done a phenomenal job, ladies and gentlemen, since he took over this Knicks organization. Phenomenal job. We sitting there with good draft picks. We sitting there with a chance to get. We got good players that we could move in trades. We got some young talent in here. We got a couple of older guys who can get moved as well because their contracts is not bad. Sharp Powers, but what he did do, he came in and made the stability, because this organization wasn't being ran as a organization. He came in here and brought in a business mindset. He got the right scouts in here. He got the right capologists in here. He got guys who can evaluate talent real well. He brought the right coach in here. He brought the right players in here. And he might have made a couple of slips here and there because nobody perfect, obviously. But I think for the most part, he had done a phenomenal job, because everything that's shown to me is that since he's been here, we've been winning. His numbers don't lie, and I'm really happy about what he has done as a front office exec too, you know what I mean? And so let's hope that this guy go out there, sitting in the office right now, crossing T's, dotting I's, looking at the cap, looking at this here, him and Brock Aller and Worldwide West and the scouts and everybody sitting there, him and Tom Thibodeau and them, saying, okay, you know what? The basketball player season is over, but our season's not over. We got to go to work every day. You know what I mean? Let's hope that Leon Rose is sitting there figuring out what's the next step for the Knicks. Because here's the good thing about it. We got options. We got some good options, Sharp Powers. So what's your gut feeling about what you think you want to see him do this year going into the off season? What would you like to see this team, this front office accomplish for you to feel like, you know what, Leon Rose deserves another contract as well?
Well, there's a whole lot of names out there right now. I'm going to say some names, and I'm not going to put them in no specific order. Mm-hmm. But you got Donovan Mitchell, Paul George, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, still probably name might be out there. Devin Booker, you got Mikal Bridges. These are probably going to be some of the names that we hear through from now until September. These names are going to be lingering around. It's going to be something to talk about almost every week about what's going on in the league and who's talking to what, who like you say, Devon, the crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and whose name is really ringing bells out there and stuff like that. So I think the Knicks, the Knicks got a chance to strengthen the team. And one of the things that the Knicks have to do is, a lot of the names that I mentioned may not fit the team the way I would like it to fit. And some of the names that I mentioned would fit the team like a glove. You know what I mean? So, I think Leon's going to make the best decision. Who still thought in this chat right now, who still thought that we would get OG Anunoby over here when we know, I don't care I didn't think it was. I never thought we was going to get OG for two reasons. I didn't think the Raptors wanted to make a trade with us, and they already had a lawsuit against these guys. Who thought that we would get OG Anunoby? So this hoopla that's out there about, the Knicks never did no business with Brooklyn or anything like that, malarkey. That's what that is. Because I never thought that they would be able to get OG Anunoby over here to become a New York Knick this year. I did not think he was going to get that. And I know it's a whole lot of people in this chat that thought the same thing, like I thought, almost verbatim on how I thought. And I think we can, if you want to strengthen this team, I think you need a player that can play team basketball, not a player that's going to be bigger than Jalen Brunson. And that's my take on that. I think Leon Rose is going to go for fit, not for superstar status. I think he's going to go for fit. We already got a superstar. We got two superstars on the team, and we got a defensive superstar and a defensive player plus an offensive rebounder on the team right now. A 3-point threat on the team right now. A knockdown 3-point. We got threats. You know what I mean? We got players that play their position. You know what I mean? We got defensive-minded players. We got players, man. We got some good players. We ain't no 1As and 1Bs. These guys are, 1As and 1Bs, but we ain't got no Tito's. The Tito's is the ones that's sitting on the bench like Brown, Charlie Brown, and Toppin, and those are the guys that are just sitting there, you know what I mean? I hate to say this, but Shake Milton that's sitting on the bench, you know what I mean, and playing their cheerleader roles, you know what I mean? Not really ready to step in. If it comes down to it and you need to play, Tom Thibodeau will put you in. They ready, but they just really more so for filling out that 15-man roster. You know what I mean? So I think that we make some wise. I think Leon's gonna make some wise decisions. One or two players probably trade these couple of picks that we got right now to go along with bringing somebody over here. I'm pretty sure Bodega's going to be gone. He's holding about $17 million contract, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be gone. You might see Sims in a deal with Bodega, you know what I mean? Because we got two bona fide, especially if we're thinking about re-signing Precious, you know what I mean? We might see Sims gone, you know what I mean? So it's all how they want to work it out and who they want to get. I mean, there's some big names that's going to be out there, and I know you're going to say the names, but I mean, it's a couple of players that I would like to see on this team, and some players that, all right, if they get them, you know what I mean, I'm going to root for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, real talk. Salute everybody in the chat, man. Nick 100, Fabian, G Money, Chris Rowe, Andrew, Drip Moore, what's good, my man? Everybody in the building, salute to all you guys, man. My man Metnick, fan, let go, my brother, Darren, everybody. Appreciate all y'all coming in. David Smith, salute to you as well. For me, real quick, first priority is obviously the stint Tom Thibodeau. Him and Dolan got to sit down and figure out what they're going to do with Tom Thibodeau. So that's one of his biggest. It's not a big decision. I think it's a no-brainer. Obviously, they re-signed Tom Thibodeau. Then after we do that, but once they sign Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff come at the way it is, what I'm looking at right here is this right here, Sean Powers. And let's look at where the Knicks is at. Ladies and gentlemen, going into the 2024-25 season, Julius Randle, $27.5 million, and then he got a player option next year. Jalen Brunson, $24.9 million. He got a player option a year after that as well. Alex Burks is done. Anunoby got a player option this year. So obviously, I think they're gonna have to do something with him. Bogdan, $19 million, but I think that's like a $2 million off that, like 17, like Shah said. That's done. I mean, that'll be done after this year. So they're gonna see what they can do with that. Josh Hart locked in for the next 3 years, pretty much, and he got a player option, a team option in 2020, 27, 28. It's a good contract. Mitchell Robinson, y'all, 4.3. Then he got his last year. His contract is next year. We'll see how that's going to be an interesting situation with Mitchell Robinson just because of the injuries, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about nothing else. Do the Knicks feel like they can go into the season after how many injuries he had? That's going to be a really interesting decision for Leon Rose and all these guys. The Mitchell Robinson situation is the biggest to me because of the injuries. And here's one thing you got to remember about this team.
I was about to say.
Yep, Randall and Julius Randle. This regime did not sign and draft these guys. That was Scott Perry and regime. Randall was here before Leon Rose was here. Mitchell Robinson was here before Leon Rose was here. So out of all these players up here, these are only two guys that really didn't come through this regime. So I just say that President Chua, his contract is done. I don't even know if he's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. I don't
think so either.
I don't think he's coming back. Dante Chivincenzo is locked in for the next 3 years. He's good to go there. McBride locked in. I hope they keep him for sure. I would love him to see him start next year. They got a team option for Jeffries. They got Mahdi got a 1 year expiring $2.2 million. Charlie Brown, no contract. Shake Milton, no contract. Gerald Cusino got a team option, $2 million. And Jacob Toppin and Dwayne Washington don't have no contract. So I say that the decision that he got to make is, are we moving forward with Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, number one, to me? Are you going to bring back Alice Burks? Are you going to what are you going to give Anunoby? So a lot of these guys you might not see because of, what they might try to do. If they go out there to try to get somebody else, then that's going to be an interesting decision, Shot Powers. So to me, looking at what I do like about the way this team is built, but look next year, Shot Powers, $103 million. I mean, it might change, when they make some moves, but they're in a good situation no matter what. And let's say they didn't do nothing with Anunoby and if he opt out, then obviously they're gonna have to pay him, or he's gonna go somewhere else, and you're not gonna let him walk for nothing. So obviously, I think they're gonna sign Anunoby. That's for sure. To me, I don't think you let that guy walk out the door without.
He don't want to leave, man.
Right.
He don't want to go nowhere. I think he likes the Knicks team.
Mm-hmm. He said, "How come Knicks traded Obi to a conference rival team for peanuts when they knew the Pacers would potentially play in the?" That's a good one, Tom Davis Smith. I just think that has something to do with they did right by him, and it wasn't working there because of the relationship with Tom Thibodeau. So it seemed like they did him a favor, and I think that got a lot to do with what they didn't want to bring back in. They didn't want to bring in no cat. They're like, I don't want to take on no money. I can take the 2 draft picks. Obi Toppin was an 8th round pick. And he went to a place where it worked for him. They wasn't going to play with Julius Randle here, that's for sure. Not get the quality time that he needed. You know what I mean? And I'm a big Obi guy, but I think it was the right move. But I think they only did the 2 rounds to the draft pick shop. They didn't want to take on no salary. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason, Dave, I can give you that explanation is that they did that because one, they just wanted to get him to a place where he happy with. I think they did right by Obi Toppin. They sent him to a place where he was going to have a chance to play and play in a style of system that he's used to. He's not a half court player, so obviously they sent him to a place with a point guard like Halliburton who can give him the ball and all that. So I think that was a good decision by Leon Rose. He liked the Obi Toppin. That he didn't want to let him go, but obviously with the Tibbs situation, that just wasn't going to work. But as far as these players on the roster, Shot Powers, he got his hands full this offseason. Who do you keep? Who do you bring in? What guys that you really, really want there? And it's gonna be interesting to see the next couple of months what they're gonna do, man. And I think they're gonna do something. I don't know how big it is or how small it is. I just know they're gonna do something. Peace, everybody. Let me salute to the God, my air light, LIY, peace, God, peace. Coach was good with you, my man. Salute to old Hamilton, Salazar, salute to you, Dave Smith, everybody, salute to the whole chat and everybody. It's the preseason, the season recap, Divine Shot Powers, Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. Like I said, we had a disappointing out in the playoffs, but that's all right. We passed that. Now we move on to the next and get ready for the upcoming season. It's already started already. But yeah, Shot Power, the decision making, I think Leon Rose will make the right decision that's best for the franchise. He haven't let us down yet. You understand what I'm saying? So I kind of can feel good knowing that he haven't let us down so far in the 4 years, 3-4 years he's been here. And we have made progression every year that he's been here. So I think we're in a good situation all around, but we just got to see how it goes. So we wait to see something down the line. But other than that, I got to be happy about it though, for sure. I think he made some good decisions for this team.
Yeah, I'm confident in the front office. I'm confident. This is the first front office in I don't know how many years that seemed to get it. You know what I mean? When we had oh my gosh, what's the guy from the guy that was GM from the Pistons?
The player or
the GM.
Oh, Scott Perry.
Not Scott Perry.
The GM that's
I
there.
get his name.
The
Huh?
the guy that's there now.
No, not now. I'm talking about years before. You used to trade all the picks away. I'll get to his name.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. He was the freaking Pistons point guard back in the days in the 80s.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. Thank you, Divine. See, I told you it'd come back to me.
Yep.
So Isaiah Thomas used to throw picks away. Only person that really kind of, what's the fast? See, I start talking names and now anyway, we had some guys that knew how to make trades and stuff like that, but some players would just trade away everything, changing the direction of the team. And we want to look like we're going this way, and then all of a sudden we can't get the players that we want. Now we change the whole direction of the team. And now, we got Leon Rose here, and he gave up a couple of first round picks since he's been here. He gave up a first round pick for Cam. He gave up another first round pick for somebody else. I can't remember. You know what I mean? But overall, we're still sitting on all our first round picks and a whole bunch of other people's first round picks. You know what I mean? Detroit, Mavericks, freaking Dallas, Milwaukee's, who else? Pistons. We got a couple of first round picks from teams. You know what I mean? 18, protected, and all these double protected that probably end up being second rounds and stuff like that. But with that being said, we're sitting on a whole lot of capital. You know what I mean? And I believe that in this offseason, like we're talking about it, Leon Rose and all of them are probably on vacation, but with their laptops already looking at things that they could make happen already. So, hey, man, sooner than later, we're going to start hearing some chirps about a lot of those names that I mentioned. And for Nick 100, I hope there's Herb Jones is in that mix too. I mean, would be a great pickup for New York if we could get him as well.
Yeah, Dave, you're 100% right. Hey, Dave, you know what? Believe it or not, you're 100% right about that. I was the same thing. They traded a lot of the one they drafted. Barrett, Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, Toppin, all gone. You know what I mean? And I think we also got to look at this here. I think it's something that people might not realize. You know what? I think whoever the Knicks bring in, let me tell you something. They got to be able to play the style of basketball that Jalen Brunson and Tom.
They got to fit in.
They got to fit in. They got to play the style of basketball. I mean, you can say you want this guy, we want this guy, but do they fit the system that the Knicks run? How can they mess with Brunson, DiVincenzo, Randall, or whoever going to be there? I got an instant take on one thing that's interesting to me about this, even with the Hartenstein thing and Robinson. I don't think Isaiah Hartenstein. I answer that question for you, Fabian. 1 second. I will answer that for you. Let you know what I'm thinking. I don't know how Julius Randle and Hartenstein will fit in that middle together. I like Randle and Mitch because Mitchell he don't require a lot of ball to get the ball on offense. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that go with the Hartenstein thing and the Mitchell Robinson thing. But Fabian, you know what I want to see, Fabian, to be honest with you, I just want to put your check back up there. Fabian, I want to see, we need a shot blocker. I mean, somebody who just relentlessly swatting shots up out there. And the reason why I say that, I think it'll help us with our pace, first of all, because we don't have that. Like let me tell you somebody who and I even like them coming out of college, the guy for the Pacers, Isaiah Jackson. I would love to see Jonathan Isaac. Be honest with you, Fabian. If he can stay healthy, Jonathan Isaac would be legit for the Knicks. Because first of all, he Bronx, New York, Florida State, phenomenal defense ball player coming off the bench. I would love to have him. I don't have a problem with him. For us, if you're not going to go out there and get an A1 or a 1A or 1B, whatever the case may be, I love Jonathan Isaac. I really do. I don't have a problem with Robert Wynn. I have a problem with him neither. Only thing tough with Robert Wynn, he like Mitchell Robinson too. They both can't stay on the floor.
Right.
And that's tough. But I don't have a problem with that neither, Fabian. But I do love Jonathan Isaac, man. He is literally a Tom Thibodeau type of player. He can guard a 3, 4, and a 5. Linky can defend with the best of them. I couldn't even imagine having our replace Jonathan Isaac with Achua in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Oh my God, that him and Anunoby on the floor together guarding somebody would just be ridiculous with Deuce McBride. So I would have to go with that. If you ask me, supreme talent, wow. I think right now, Star Power, Mikal Bridges, that one everybody talking about, Paul George, but that also going to depend on contract, and he don't stay on the court a lot. You know what I mean? It's just tough. Because a lot of these guys that we want, they don't stay on the court long enough. He does. You're 100% right. He stays hurt out of more of Nick GM. He does. He had his injury. His career has just been decimated by injuries. If it weren't for Jonathan Isaac's injuries, he would have been something special. And I love him, man. It's just that you're right. His injury just been a problem with him. But real quick, let's look at what's out of free agent market, ladies and gentlemen. Though we don't have the money, but unless you do sign and trade and everything, let's look at right now what's on the free agent market. And if you look at Shot Powers, let me see. You got Precious Achua. Obviously, he's an unrestricted free agent. Am I right? Let me see what his position is for us. Oh, yeah. They had it out there. I don't know where it's at. Restricted free agent. Jose Alvarado, we don't really need him. Kyle Anderson, not bad. I think Minnesota signed him back. Tanasis, Anunoby, of course. Udoka Azubuike, all depends. What they do with our centers. Benji, not so much. Amari Bailey, Lonzo Ball, Mo Bamba, Delano Batten. He's pretty nice. I like him. He got a decent game. Bates, Swap, Nicholas Batum would be bad in New York. But I think Philadelphia definitely going to sign him back. Malik Beasley, Beach Rounds, no. Patrick Beverly, no. Sadiq Bey, okay, that's possible. I like what y'all said about
Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, Sadiq Bey is out there. If they don't sign him back.
I said that. Sadiq Bey.
Bo, Bizback Biombo, Brandon Boston Jr. is pretty decent. Miles Bridges, what do you think Charlotte going to do with him? Are they going to sign him back? Because it look like they got a nice little core down there with Miller and the ball boy. They got a nice little nucleus coming down that way. So they got something to build around down there. Bruce Brown going to be a free agent again. A lot of Alex Burks, obviously. I think Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's interesting what Denver going to do with him now that they got knocked out. I don't know if they're going to sign him back. We don't never know. They might want to keep their core together. Robert Covington is not a bad to me. I've been wanting him for the last couple of years, but I know we probably want to get a little bit used to DeRozan. I don't think we're going to go after that. So Spencer Dinwiddie, no. Andre Drummond, he a free agent. So it's not a lot to pick from. I gotta get the super chat. I gotta get the chat in there. They got a lot of people in there with their comments. Let me see what y'all got going on here. Isaac is a perfect. Yeah, man, you're right. That's what I mean. He's worth that gamble for the minimum, for sure. And Paris said he got Oubre, Herb Jones. You know what? And I don't think they letting Herb Jones go, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think so either. He's a good player.
Yep.
Now, I don't think he's going nowhere. I would love to see him here. Oh, would I like to see him here? You know what I mean? I'm down with you on that one with Nick 100 for real. I'm down, but do I think he'd be let go? Nah, I don't think so.
And like you said, and coach too, Trey Murphy. I just don't think them two dudes. I think what's going to happen with that? Here's interesting to me. I think them two dudes going to stay, and I think Brandon Ingram is up out of there. I think Brandon Ingram is finishing New Orleans. Trust me, I'm telling you. They're going to have to do something with that. Him, Zion, them couldn't get them over the hump. I think I don't think he's happy there anymore. So you got to watch out for that name right there. Let's say he from North Carolina right here by Kingston. Let's say he might end up in Charlotte with Lonzo Ball and Brandon Miller. They find a way to get him back in North Carolina. Another guy you got to keep an eye out on. But I do think he's out of New Orleans, though. I don't think he's going to stay there. I just think that's a done deal. So let's see. Mo Bamba ain't had Tiz. That's rats. And Robert Covington, I like him, Fabian. I always thought he was a solid veteran, 3-and-D guy. get shooting from out there and get the film with the best of him. I know he's getting up there in age, so that's gonna be interesting to see how that pan out with him down there in Philly because he didn't even play in the playoffs. He was injured. So, and I know Philly got some good cap money there. That's another reason I don't think they're gonna sign him because I think he's the reason why him and Nicholas Batum is the reason why Philly gonna have about $60 million in cap. Obviously, some of that's gonna go to my man Maxey. You know what I mean? So he's going to require about close to 25, 30 of that probably. So you just they got a good chance to do some things down there. Tobias Harris is done. That 30 million is going to be there.
Rumor there too is it could be a Paul George too.
Yeah. They see that's why it gets tough because we're going to have to strike too because these other teams got some good chances to do some things as well. So it's going to really be an interesting all season, man. Like I said, Leon Rose got some decision-making time for the front row. They got some lot of decisions to make with the guys we got. We'll see how it goes. Salute one. Next one today, my man. Good seeing you, my man. Salute. Salute to everybody. Edwin, salute to you as well. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Real talk. I love Malik Monk. Yeah, he's another one. Sniper. And got the athleticism. You know what? Everybody thought it was the PEDs, Fabian, but it really wasn't the PEDs. He really did the damn thing off the athletic side of the ball. That would be a nice pickup right there to back up Dante. That wouldn't be or vice versa. Depends. We don't have to do too much. We just got to get the right players in here. And Shot Powers. But it is some interesting names out there, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to really be out there this year. So we just got to see what the front office is going to do. But whatever they do, man, I'm confident they're going to make the right decision for the New York Knicks. They're going to make the right decision. And they're going to make us a better team. This was a really, really interesting season, great season, fun season. But now it starts over again. 2024, 2025 coming in. JB was popping. Salute. What's good, my man? J Boogie, my man. Salute, my brother. Yes, sir. It is, man. It really is, J Boogie. It's time for them to do their work, man, and put their work in. And I think they cross some T's and dot I's, Jay. And I think they're gonna do what's best for the team. No doubt about that. But like I said, they got some decisions to make, and I think they will. I think they're gonna do what's right by these guys. Chop Howard, what's your gut feeling on some of these guys? Who you would really like to see out there? Who do you want the Knicks to bring in? Put it like that. If you had a choice, any guys in particular that you want to come to New York, or you might want to see leave out?
I mean, if we're looking at staying somewhat the way we are right now, there's always that look across the water into Brooklyn, across that Brooklyn Bridge, and see if we could get Bridges over here, across the water over that Bridges. So I think that that'd be something to look to. We could probably make that and still keep majority of our core. I think he's making somewhere around 20 million or something like that. I think he'll come over here. We can probably get Bodega, maybe one of the cheaper contracts that we got, maybe a Jericho Sims or something like that. He 3 million plus Bodega, that's like $20 million right there. So, but if we're looking big fish hunting, it all depends on what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. Are they going to stay pat with Dante, or are they going to look at someone like a Booker? Because if they get Booker, there's no Dante. He'll be on the bench. No question about that. If you get Malik, if you get Bridges, if you get Mikal Bridges, you can still keep Dante in the starting lineup. But then again, if you do that, then you might have to look at trying to trade Julius Randle. Because you could easily move OG Anunoby to your power forward and put Bridges at the small forward with Hardenstein or Mitchell Robinson and Deuce DiVincenzo and Brunson, and you're starting front court. So it's going to be some things that we're going to have to talk about a whole lot. But for me, with the price and where we're at right now and the cap, I'm not no capologist or nothing like that. I pay attention to a lot of platforms that, say stuff. But for the price, I would be more inclined to see what we can do with with Bridges before any of these bigger names like the Embiids, these $50, $60 million players. I don't want a player to come in that we trade for making more money than Jalen Brunson or Julius Randle or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, here's what you got to worry about with Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, he got 23 coming this year and 24 and 25. That's not a bad contract because he only be on the book for 2 years, and that's only 48 million. So you got some people making 48 million in 1 year. So Mikal Bridges from I'll put that out there, let y'all see what I'm talking about. You look at Mikal Bridges' numbers and everything, ladies and gentlemen, from a cap situation. He earned 21 this year. Next year, 2024, I'm sorry, 24 million, 23.3. Then in 2025. So I like that because that's a short contract. It's not a 5 years. It's not a bloated. And look what he gave you. He gave you 19 a game, 4 rebounds, and his PER wasn't bad at almost 15, a PER rate of 15. But he gave you 19, and he also is good on both sides of the ball. Out of all the contracts, it's one of my favorite ones. And you know he know how to get down with the basketball. So I do like that from that perspective on Mikal Bridges, Shop House, just because of the contract situation. And I think he makes a big difference on both sides of the ball for New York Knicks for sure. So I definitely can see Mikal in there. It's some guy that you know, they're getting a lot of money, and you don't know if you want that contract to come to them, and it's going to affect the Knicks. Because I can tell you right now, it go the other player that we got to think about right here. Obviously, Paul George, ladies and gentlemen. You look at his contract. Paul George got a player option this year for $48 million. Like I just said, Mikal Bridges got 2 years at 48. He got 1 year, and he gonna want to opt out because he's gonna be looking to get around 200 million. Nice as he is, look at the numbers: 22, 5, 3, and a 19.3 PER. That's decent. But on the flip side, it's the amount of games he played. You know what I mean? That's the caveat. Do you give him a extension knowing that he's not playing all the time? I think that's got to be the biggest worry for the Knicks is that when it comes to his contract, Shot Powers, how much are you willing to give these guys knowing they got an injury-prone, had an injury-prone career? I'm not giving Paul George no $200 million and he can't stay on the floor. I'm just not doing that. You know what I mean? Me personally.
I'm not giving Paul George a $200 million contract and he's 34. What are you, 33, 34?
Paul George is 34.
34, yeah. I'm not giving him no $200 million contract at 34.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about 4 years, 34, he'd be 38.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good.
Hey, Jay Boogie, are you with that? You know, I can see where you're going with that, Jay Boogie, just due to the fact, number one, health wise, and number two, his contract is cheaper than OG's. What OG's gonna be. So Jay Boogie, I could definitely see where you're going with that, my brother. Real talk. That's gonna be interesting. That's an interesting one right there, JB, because I mean I love OG, man, but if his injury history gonna be, and we wanted this dude here. You know, like, you know, and we talked about, trade him in a heartbeat for artists. So that's going to be an interesting one. I wish we could keep both of them. I wish we could keep both of them and maybe send out Bogdan and a couple of firsts or whatever. I don't know. But, man, I mean, the difference, I wish OG could stay on the floor because he made a difference for us. You know what I mean? He really did. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. That was a good one, JB. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Shah.
I'm just going to say this. I was saying around trade deadline, I'm just saying, if we want to go back to the notes, if we want to go back to the reference, we could have got OG Anunoby, signed him and traded him for Mikal Bridges. I said that. You know what I mean? Let's check the records. I did say that. But that is a good trade right there, J Bugs. I'm not opposed to that. I thought that could have happened around the trade deadline. I was like, we don't need to get OG. I didn't think we was gonna get OG, but if we threw something out there to get OG to send him to get Mikal Bridges, you know what I mean, to fit the team, to have this quasi Wildcats on the court, I was with that. I mean, I'm my biggest focus right now, for me as a New York Knicks fan, knowing someone that's going to come over here and play team defense. And I mean, that's going to play team defense, and can shoot the basketball and grab some rebounds. I'm 100% on Mikal. I'm 100%. I would love to see Mikal and OG on the court together.
Yeah,
and I mean, especially with maybe a healthy Mitchell Robinson or a stronger, a better beginning for Isaiah Hartenstein in the year. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? Especially if we could keep Julius Randle, that's winner chicken dinner right there. I mean, they're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna have to give up something.
Yep.
If we get Mikal, something gonna have to give. You know what I mean? We keep Mikal and we want OG, something might have to give, you know what I mean? But that will make our bench way stronger. Now you got Deuce, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, or Mitchell Robinson. That's your solid 9-man rotation right there. You know what I mean? And then you pick up, the 6 players, all $2 million and under. You know what I mean? All those smaller contracts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You go 9-man, and you got to have a 15-man roster. So that means 6 more players. I mean, unless we keep some of the players that we keep on the bench right now with smaller contracts, let's get it.
Hey, I want to answer 2 of my man Hamilton's questions. Superman Hamilton. Hamilton, that's an interesting question. Is Paul George all about the money or winning? You would think Hamilton, he done made enough money in his career where he should be about the winning. You know what I mean? He done got paid quite a few times, Hamilton. So that's a good question. Is he about winning or money? We had to see, because so far, he haven't got to where he wanted to go. And then your other question, I like that as well. Would OG opt in this year like Josh Hart did last year? That's interesting too, because I normally don't always say that. Do these guys want to take a chance on injuries and don't get their contract? Like, well, Anunoby said, nah, I might mess around and get hurt, then I won't be able to get that contract. That's where I'm at with these guys. Hamilton, are they willing to risk that contract for the next year, knowing that they might get hurt, they might not get the contract they want? So that's a good one, Hamilton. And I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you, because that's tough. It's tough for a lot of players to do. Usually back in the day, they would do that, take that 1 year. Hart did it, but I think Hart, man, he's one of the so few. I don't know. That's a good question. I appreciate you putting that in there, Salazar. That was a good one, my man. Traded for Dante Murray instead of, you know what, Dave? I don't even really know if he was on I know out here in our media, Dave, I don't even know if he was really, they was willing to trade him. We hear the speculation from the media, but I don't even know if that was that outside noise, because if that's the case, they would have traded him to somebody. The Lakers, they probably wanted Devontae Murray. So I don't know if that was more coming out of the New York side of things, Dave. I could be wrong. More of that coming on the outside of, the New York fandom and the New York media, opposed to coming out of Atlanta. I don't think, even if he didn't go to the Knicks, they could have traded him somewhere if they was willing to get rid of him. Anybody would have wanted Devontae Murray. But being that he didn't go nowhere, it kind of makes me wonder, was that just more about how bad we wanted him in New York, opposed to that how bad Atlanta wanted to get rid of him? And so I'm not sure. I'm not in the front office. I can't say, but that's possible. Could have went either way. I like what we got here, man. I'm hoping that we can kind of retool this thing, get a couple of pieces here and there. But there's some interesting guys out there. Like I was saying earlier, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I don't think Brandon Ingram staying in New Orleans. I think that thing is done. I think I might be wrong when the time comes, but I think that might be done there. We just got to get whoever come here got to fit the system that we playing. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing, Sharp Howard. But we'll see, man. It's going to be a fun off season. A lot of stuff going on, and it's going to be some wheeling and dealing and all that good stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm confident whatever the Knicks do, they're going to do what's right for the organization and for the fan base. And they're going to make the right decision. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of players that we want, a lot of them been through the injury bug. I love AD, but like I said, that's going to be hard to do. You don't know what LeBron is going to do down there. Are they going to retool and do that thing down there? I love the Jonathan Ida thing, Nick 100. I think that's the most easiest way out. I think if you can replace Preston Achua or somebody with him. I just think he fits the mold. New Yorker, Bronx, New York kid, could play defense like no other. Linky. The key thing is, can he stay healthy? And that's been his whole career, just decimation of injury. But it's all good. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great season, man. We really did. I'm not mad at what went on this season. Let's hope that we can retool this thing, get ready to get it popping. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We got 47 watching. Y'all hit that like, subscribe for your boys, man. We in the building. We know, and I know coming up next, once this is over, we get ready to go into June, the July free agency, summer league, and all that to kick in. We'll be on same real time, same real channel. Y'all know what it is. He said, Paris said, Lakers need picks, but I want Donovan Mitchell and DeRozan. That's interesting. It's really interesting. We got to see how this money goes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money right there.
Yeah,
me as a Knicks fan, I like Donovan Mitchell, man. I think he could be, but one, I don't. If we get Donovan Mitchell, we probably have to give up Julius Randle, because I don't think those two guys, Julius Randle and Donovan Mitchell, maybe can coexist on the court. You know what I mean? With Brunson, you know what I mean? It's possible. And then because OG ain't really looking for the ball that much. You got Hartenstein in there. I think he's going to be more of a assist type, rebounding type dude next year. You know what I mean? You can't have if you want to call it your three-head monster with Donovan, Brunson, and Julius Randle. I think, all of them can get enough touches, but I don't know about the fit. You know what I mean? I will worry about the fit first. You know what I mean? DeRozan, I wish we could have probably got him going down the road, but I don't think DeRozan wants to make a move. If he wanted to really get out of Chicago, he could have got out of Chicago by the trade deadline. You know what I mean? They were ailing. They wasn't really in it that much. They were close, but they were halfway there, halfway in. If he was going to make a move, I think he would have made a move then. I think he's going to stay with that team, and they'll probably revamp the team a little bit. Maybe what the hell is they center name? Anyway, I think they're going to make some moves over there to make some changes over there, and maybe keep a hold of DeRozan. Who knows? I mean, I like both of those players. Do they fit the Knicks? For me, DeRozan is a good mid-range shooter. Score the basketball at any second at a time. Any second, he can get hot in the fourth quarter, miss the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? He's definitely a knockdown shooter. Doesn't really shoot the three, but can hit the three-point shot. I've seen him hit a couple of them this year, especially when he played that. So, but for me, Mikal Bridges is the way to go. And if we're going anywhere other than Mikal Bridges, we're looking to trade a big player or one of our, our core players. If we're looking to get Booker, then Julius Randle's going. If we're looking to get Paul George, and I hate to say this because they're homeboys, but you might have to give up Jalen. You might have to give up Randle. And all these guys that we're talking about getting here, we would probably have to give up Randle. To facilitate the deal, because we're making trades, so we have to make the money match first for anything. And I think with Bogdan money and Randall's money, we could get Booker. I think that's probably close to around their numbers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But do I want to give up Julius Randle for Booker? I think Dante DiVincenzo proved himself this year. You know what I mean? I think he comes back. I think he may come back as being our shooting guard this year next to Jalen Brunson. Mm-hmm. So let's see what happens, man. I think, if we get Mikal, it's a possibility that we can get rid of Julius Randle, because now we could put Mikal at the 3 and OG at the 4, and have Hartenstein or Mitch in the middle. You know what I mean? That's a dominating sounding crew right there. And the numbers may switch up a little bit, but now OG will have more time to take some shots, and Bridges can shoot the basketball. He scores about 20 points a game. I'm pretty sure with Jalen Brunson on the court and DiVincenzo, those three guys together, I think his scoring average should go up. His PER will go up as well. It was you said 19. I think it'll probably go up to like 21 with those three guys there, because he'll be able to get the ball to these guys and stuff like that. So Who knows, Devon? I don't know. It's still early.
Yep. But let me put us in right here. Paul White said, I did hear that too, Paul White. White, excuse me. I saw Bill Simmons say, we going after the Bridges this summer. Trade would be Bogdan, McBride, Sims, and multiple picks. That's interesting. And Keel said, what about Wiggins? That's interesting. But let me put up one because I know people are going to hate this. I'm with you on this, Jay Boogie. I'm telling you, I'm with you on this here. This man right here. Y'all know y'all going to be like, but man, let me tell you something. Julius Randle to me and a couple of dudes for this brother right here. Motherfucker, the easy money sniper. I don't care what nobody says. You can get at me because you talking about we ain't cool and all that. I ain't trying to hear all that. We forget people in the world. Hey, but Jay Boogie, easy money sniper boy was fun is over. You talk about what? Listen, 27 a game, 21 point something PER, and Randall making 20 something this year, and almost 29, 27, 28 this year. You got Bogdan 17 this year, and somebody else that equals that 50 million for KD. He only got 24, 25 left. I don't got no problem with that. Listen, that's the easy money sniper right there. You don't have to worry about Jalen Brunson. Man, listen, for 2 years, listen, no matter what you may think about KD, ladies and gentlemen, this is only a 2-year run. You can see that's why I'm hoping the Knicks go all in the next couple of years, because if they don't, then you got all that cap money coming back. We got to go in now while the iron is hot. You know what I mean? So I'm just with Jay Boogie. I have no problem with KD. Because what do KD want the most right now, Shaw Powers?
Championship.
Order for him to be considered amongst the elite, not just a talent, but an all-time great, he missing 1 or 2 more rings. And where aside from LA, where's the biggest place where you can get a ring at? Yeah, man. Jalen Brunson dropping 30 a game, then there, him dropping then there 30 a game. Then you put all that defense around them dudes.
And KD can play some defense. I'm not 100% on the KD because he's a little older, but I'm not knocking his game, man. I mentioned his name too. He's one of the top players I think that's going to be mentioned this year. KD, Paul George, Booker, Bridges.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all would take Devin Booker over KD? Not you. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you want a short Booker who can do what DiVincenzo do than have a damn near 7-foot dude who literally could pull all their fours and centers out of there and knock them down? That was our Achilles heel right here in the playoffs. That stretch big. Stretch dude. Kevin Durant and Bogdan together not better than Kevin Durant. They money damn near match. Let's be realistic about this here. I get it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that we go get him. I'm not saying that. But if the opportunity knocked, I would go get KD in a heartbeat. Because for one thing, yeah, man. I don't care about all that, man. Time, this is where you learn to forgive. Second chances. Shit, sometimes your girlfriend, you got mad at your girlfriend, you want to take it back and she done did you dirty. You learn to forgive.
Mad dirty.
Right. Learn to forgive.
I feel you, Nick 100 though. I see where your energy is at. I feel that.
Yeah, hey, what I'm telling you, man. Listen. When Jalen Brunson went down the other day, if you would have had a KD on the court, then what? There wouldn't have been no issue. Randall nice. Randall ain't no damn Kevin Durant. Ain't too many people in there can shoot the ball the way he shoot it. And can get down like that. It was only 1 foot on the line in Brooklyn from going to the fucking championship. He stepped that big ass foot on the line, or Giannis wouldn't even had a ring. We would have stepped on that damn. Listen, KD is the real deal, man. All day, every day. You give me that brother, put him in that line with Jalen Brunson. You ain't stopping that. You ain't stopping no KD up. Brunson get down in the middle, break it down deep into Kevin Durant. What's the name? Sniper. The easy money sniper. We didn't have a dude in the playoffs who could do that except for DiVincenzo. My man Jalen Brunson break down that get in that lane and Kevin Durant over in the corner. It's game over. It's game over. And that's basketball, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know, man. I'm just like I'm with you. Jay Boogie, I just want to put it out there. I have no problem with that. I don't, because I think this cat is for 2 years, and after that contract come off the books, you got 50 million back. You ain't got to re-sign him after this. After this, KD probably just going to walk up to the sunset. But damn, don't you want to get a ring? Don't we want a ring in New York? And think about it. Everybody else going to get better. See, not only the Knicks trying to get better, what do you think everybody else in the East going to do? In the West and the East, everybody going to try to get better. So I don't know. I mean, if he came available, go get him, man. I don't get fuck. Y'all can hate on y'all get mad at me later. But I'm telling you, bro, you know I love y'all. So I you know me, I ain't ducking the smoke. I'm just saying all that to say, man. That's an interesting one, Jay Boogie. It really is. He right there. Shit, LeBron. He 34. KD 35. LeBron down there 40, right? Ain't LeBron 40? And LeBron still dropping numbers. KD put up 27 this year, ladies and gentlemen. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and PER 21.2. That was this year. Just this season. 21.2 PER. How many fucking people can do that? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Oh my God. He said Divine going on to KD. I'm just having fun with him. I did it. I like you know, Jay Boogie put out there, and I just want to respond to it. I mean, if you don't get him, who cares? I don't care. But if he was available, you go get KD to help Jalen Brunson get to a championship. Jalen Brunson is in his prime. KD put up 27 this year. Brunson put up 28. That's a lot of offense you had to compete against in New York with them two. How many teams gonna be able to stop something that? Like, we don't have nobody that prolific on a regular basis. No matter who you bring back, Randall is not that prolific. No matter who you bring in here, they ain't that prolific. You know, so I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't want him, but I don't want him here. I wouldn't have a problem having him though. He's not my choice.
Yeah, I'm with that, Devon. I'm with you on that. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I still score short for him when he made that knowledge to Kevin Knox. You know what I mean? So you know, he can go ahead. You know what I mean? If we got him, of course I'm going to. He is one of the best big man shooters in the league, of course. But I ain't shopping for him. I'd rather Mikal.
Yeah.
Salute Keith Turner, Johnny Davis, Knicks fans, Knicks 100, Edwin. I missed the name. We got a lot of wise. All right, you know, yeah. His name is on my list. I got his name on my list. Those are some of the names I think. Like I said, Booker, Mikal, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's name's still out there too. CAA is strong. That's like the force. That's like the force. You know what I mean? They got some money though. They might try to make a Onfufu and try to get Paul George. You know what I mean? They might try to get him. You know what I mean? So you know, and there's still a whole lot of hoopla out there about Mitchell too. Yeah. I mean, I just think I seen in the chat, I forgot who it was who said it, but can KD work under Tibbs? That's the answer. That's the question. I mean, that's the question.
Yeah. I think, hey, let me put this one thing out there. And like Jay Boogie said, like, I will replace KD and Bridges with Julius Randle and OG all day. You ain't kidding, bro. Come on, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Here's the situation with real quick. You know what Phoenix messed up at? It wasn't about KD, Booker, and Bill. First of all, Bill didn't play the whole damn season. And they gave up. They didn't have no benching.
Yeah, they didn't have nobody.
None. They put all that together. Jones put all that together in Phoenix. They had no bench. None. That's where they made the mistake at. But we know Jalen Brunson is our leader. He is our leader. He's the dude that stirred the ship. But you know what? But no matter what, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I had to keep saying that, and you know. So, but anyway, no, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, it's a lot.
All the hoopla is about to come out right now. Right. Everything's about to be thrown out there. Just something stick to the wall.
Yeah, it's
everything. I just mentioned 5 names, but by next week it'll be 5 more names out there. You know what I mean? Before you know, it's going to be 11 names. We're going to be talking about plays that we can't even get and then we're gonna get some of the usual suspects that we usually get.
Yeah,
This guy from the oh my gosh, I get his name. Julius Randle, homeboy, light skinned dude that can shoot the jump shot, 7 foot. Play with Gobert.
Anderson.
No,
Cat.
big like Cat. Man, how the freak I forget Cat name?
He
Oh
might
my
be
god! I tell you this new Javon, this new shit. Woo!
Okay. But on the real though, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what the Knicks gonna do.
Yeah, we just throwing stuff out there. That's what we're gonna hear for the rest all the way until September.
And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Y'all can say y'all don't want Kevin Durant and all that. If the New York Knicks go get Kevin Durant, y'all gonna be so happy jokers. You can say that shit now. I don't want that. But if New York Knicks go get Kevin Durant, you still gonna be a Knicks fan. so you know what I mean? That's just the way it go down. We like we're not GMs, but that's why I made it. What would you like to see? That's if you look at the topic, what would you like to see happen this offseason? We don't know what's gonna happen. None of us know. But I trust and believe the New York Knicks is gonna go get somebody that's gonna be able to come in the playoffs, who's been in the playoffs, that they're not gonna shrink in the playoffs. They got enough in them to get us over. You best believe they're not just going to get anybody. The Knicks trying to get to the next level, and they know if they wouldn't have got injured this year, they would have been at the next level. So I'm perfectly fine with you bringing the whole damn team back. I don't have a problem with that. You could bring the whole squad back this year. I'm good with that. But I don't think that's what they're gonna do. Booker got a 4-year, $221 million contract. Will scrap out. That's what I mean. You talking about 50-something million a year for a position that's pretty much giving you with Dante DiVincenzo. I'm not saying Dante DiVincenzo was him, but they play the same style of ball. They still got that same height disadvantage. We need some bodies up top. You know, we need some bodies who can handle these big boys. Because it used to be a small man league to me, the Steph Curry, but now it looks like it's going back to the big man now. Look who's dominating a lot of these series now. It's these big guys is dominating back again. Cat, Rudy Gobert, and Edwards leading the way. But so you got guys out here who making it happen, man. And the what I call the power forwards and the small forwards enough, they really turning shit up in here. Jalen Brunson is one of the selected few. So, but whoever the Knicks get shot powers, let's hope that they do the thing, man, and get it right. And if they don't, I'm good with pretty much anybody. I just don't want the injured guys. I just don't want nobody. I do not want to pay. I don't want to see the Knicks take their money, put it into a player, and he not playing. That I don't want. I really don't care who it is. Be honest with you, want for the player. Just make sure that whoever they bring in can sustain a long season.
Mikal Bridges. I don't think he's been hurt. I don't think he's been hurt since he's been in the league. He got some most consecutive games going right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if he got hurt the rest of this year. I wasn't really paying attention, but from what I remember, he was one of the most consecutive players since AC Green or something like that. I remember his name was mentioned with AC Green, so that means he stays on the court.
Yep. Here's a prime example. Ladies and gentlemen, let you know I'm not tripping. I would take Mikal Bridges over KD.
Yeah, for the fit, I would too.
I'll tell you, I'm not saying that go get KD. Shit, I'll take Mikal Bridges over KD for the reason, number one, the contract. With KD making 1 year, Mikal Bridges got 2 left on that contract, 23 and 24. Don't get me wrong, but if the Knicks decide to do it, I'm staying orange and blue. KD just come here and help Jalen Brunson get a ring. I'm not advocating for him to be here. I just said that out there because I want to follow up on my man's chat. But you know what? Whoever we bring in, let's hope that this guy fits our culture. They fit what we trying to do in New York. Right. We can all these names out there all we want to. If they don't fit what the Knicks trying to do, then it's really, it really don't mean too much because whoever we bring in here got to make sure they understand that Jalen Brunson is the leader. This is his team, number one. Number two, you got to have a kind of a defense mindset. And I understand for that reason why you might not bring in KD because of the type of coach Tom Thibodeau is. So I do get that. But they got to be able to fit the system. They got to be able to fit the culture and everything like that. So it's more about who we're going to bring here that's going to fit what we already got going on. You know what I mean? So we had to see, man. I'm excited about whatever they do. I'm excited about it. But like I said, I will definitely take Mikal Bridges over because I just think that he got a winning mindset. He got a winning mindset. You got a winning mindset. Even
And
when
he'll fit seamless with Brunson and DiVincenzo.
Yep. See, I think that's where to me, Phoenix should have never let them go. They sent them to Brooklyn with all them picks. I don't think it's KD reason why the Phoenix didn't win. I just think that GM just screwed that whole thing up. He sacrificed all that to win now. Now he don't got no draft picks to 2030 or beyond. He ain't got no picks over there. And I think Booker's more offense minded. And the reason why I don't want Booker because Jalen Brunson already sent him home already. So I don't want Booker. Jonathan Mitchell, okay. But Jalen Brunson sent his ass home too. I don't need nobody who Jalen Brunson sent home. So no matter what. But I don't know. It's gonna be a fun one, man. It's gonna be interesting this offseason, ladies and gentlemen. We just getting the party started. That's all we doing. We getting the party started. Man, Knicks Real Talk. We in the building, man. We're gonna get out of here in a few minutes, man, before we get ready to do our thing. But I'm glad to see everybody, man. I hope everybody have a great summer. We'll be in and out, man. Y'all know us. I hope everybody have a great summer, man. And y'all get out there, keep doing what you're doing. Be safe out there. Get on your grind, man. And you just keep looking for.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question for the family. And not that I'm advocating for either one of these teams, I do have a preference though. But who you like in the East? Do you like the Pacers or do you like Boston?
Neither one of them.
I mean, but I don't like neither one of them either. But I'll take the Pacers before I take Boston any day of the week. I've been to a Yankee game in Boston. They do not like us, so I can't stand. I've never really anyway. But for me right now, I thought that if the Pacers went up against the Celtics and in the fight, if they was 1-8, I thought the Pacers had a great chance of beating the Celtics. So I think they still do.
Yeah. I agree with you with the Boston thing. No question about it. I don't like either one of them motherfuckers. I mean, that's like almost a neck and neck thing. But because of the history, the nostalgia of Clive Frazier and them back in the days against John Havlicek and all the guys.
Yeah.
I definitely got to go with. I really don't. Let's know what's gonna be interesting. Who do you think gonna win it all? Who do you think win the championship this year? You got Boston, Indiana, Dallas, and Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. They look pretty tough, man.
I think Minnesota. I think Ant-Man's came out to play this year. You know what I mean? And I think they gotta. I think that's what I think. You know what I mean? I love the East Coast, man, but I'm not against these two teams. I would prefer to see Indiana win. I don't like Boston. You know what I mean? They got so much. They did all this stuff this year. Oh, they're the juggernaut of this year. They're gonna win everything, and I hope that they get knocked off by the Pacers. You know what I mean? And I hope the Pacers get knocked off by Ant-Man and them. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. I don't think Dallas, but Dallas been playing some good basketball. I ain't firm though. This guy's scoring a triple-double like every night, and
Luka and
my
Kyrie.
man from you know what I mean, my man what you would call it, you know what I mean, the Sabbath dude, he definitely putting in his work, man. He's showing Luka how to play some basketball, you know what I mean? So I mean they could be dominant, but I'm
gonna tell you what's scary too. I give the Dallas Mavericks the edge when it comes to superior offensive skill players, Kyrie and obviously Luka. But I'm gonna tell you something though, bro. That Minnesota defense is ridiculous, bro.
Ridiculous, man. And Ant-Man ain't playing, man.
Ridiculous, bro. That defense with Rudy Gobert and them dudes and McDaniels and them cats and Mike Conley and them, yo. And they got size up there. I'm not like what Dallas did with PJ Washington and Gafford and them.
Yeah, they made good moves, man. Those are good moves.
That Minnesota defense is on crazy level, bro. Yeah, I mean, AJ Boogie, I'm leaning with you on that Minnesota. That defense is ridiculous. I'm gonna tell you why. They got guys, they got bodies to throw at Luka Doncic. They got bodies. I mean, they literally got bodies, you know what I mean, to throw out these dudes. But I don't think Dallas, I could be wrong. I don't think Dallas is big enough up front to beat them dudes, man.
I hear you.
I'm gonna tell you why. they're gonna have to shoot that. They're gonna have to shoot hella 3-pointers against the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's what makes them so scary because you're not getting it down in the paint, obviously. I mean, because of Rudy Gobert and Cat and Nas Reed and all these dudes. I mean, they got a fucking phenomenal team, bro. I really do believe them cats is legit. So, and they knocked off the defending champions with you know what I mean? So that's gonna be a fun series. I'll probably watch that. If I watch any, I'll watch the Wolves before I watch the other two. I don't even give a shit about the other two. I don't care about the Eastern Conference one. I don't even want to watch them, but trust me. But I do think the Wolves they deep, bro. Them motherfuckers 15 deep down there. So we had to see how it goes. And you, like I said, you got Cat out there knocking down Trey from outside the way he knocking them down. Ant-Man doing shit. This cat is on another level. Mike Conley, the X Factor to me, Jaden McDaniels, John Powers, that boy could defend anybody damn near. So what I seen them do against Michael Porter and Jamal Murray and all them guys, if you could get past a team like the Denver Nuggets, you damn near could beat anybody. Because them motherfuckers was loaded. I mean, they were loaded too. But it's hard to repeat as champions and obviously. So that's gonna be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you what, that Kyrie ain't no joke. You know, he big time. Luka big time. They got the offense talent down there, no question. And they got some size down there. I think the PJ acquisition was real good. But man, that Minnesota Timberwolves team is pretty tough. So I'm gonna have to see. Coach Finch got the boys playing some good ball there. We'll see how it goes, man. It's gonna be fun. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, great show. Thank y'all for coming in, participating, and everything like that, man. We'll be on later on down the line, man. We try to keep y'all posted on what's going on. Figure out some more content to put out there. Until then, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all make you hit that button for your brothers, man. And I'm not on the KD train, ladies and gentlemen. If the Knicks do it, I won't have a problem with it. So let me put that out there. So I got to make sure y'all don't think that I'm a KD. I just know that the talent is there and all that good stuff. Mavs got the best backcourt. They do. They allow why that's tough. That's a tough backcourt. It is. Kyrie on Luka. Kyrie not good. We'll see. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. Chop Powell, give me your last words, my brother, when we get up out the building.
Salute to the family. Salute to you, Divine, as always. We see y'all in about a week with some new hoopla out there. It's going to be out there. Hopefully, we can try to come on, at least once a week to touch base with the family. Even if we come on for 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, something like that, just to, keep everything flowing. New news out there and all that other good stuff. And thank y'all for coming out for 96, 97 games this year for Knicks Real Talk. I mean, y'all been in the chat family and y'all been in there hard, and a lot of regular names that's always here where we come on and stuff like that. I want to give y'all guys the biggest salute. And it ain't over. What did you say? It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. So I mean, thank you guys. Word is bond. Thank you guys for everything that y'all have done this year, for coming on and supporting us. And that's what I have to say. And always, Divine, I talk to you during the week or something like that. You know how that goes.
Yeah. I second everything Shop Howard said. Like Jay Boogie said, it's not a chat, it's the family.
Family,
man. Thank everybody who gave us a super chat to keep us going, man, and helping us get ready to take it to another level this year. We got some good content coming out in the new season. I got the In the Building with Divine podcast. We're gonna have the Sharp Power Hour popping off. Obviously, we got the pregame popping off. We're gonna take it up another level, but you got to, it's a step-by-step thing, man. One step at a time. You build it from the foundation up. So we don't put the foundation here. Knicks Real Talk. We just want to keep trying to get better as we go on, man. But without you guys, like I always say, there ain't no Knicks Real Talk. Thank you guys so much, man. And y'all just be safe, man. If I don't get to see y'all, be safe out there in the streets. Be safe out there in your job, whatever, man. Y'all just take care of yourself, enjoy your summer and all that good stuff. But the first and foremost, just be safe, man. That's what's important to me. That way, when this next season come around, I can see y'all back in the building. And I appreciate everybody, man. Real talk, man. So y'all hit that button for it. Y'all get out the store for it, your brothers, man, and my hearts and everything. I'm out of here. Everybody, let's get it, man. Divine, Shop Powers, Knicks Real Talk, the family, the chat, everybody, man. Salute to y'all, man. We out, man. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. We
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
It's Time for this real taller high. Been going live on a televised on the blue skies with we. On that Friday night, the Knicks with our Knicks constituents. Lift the altar strip, that's that Nick orange and blue. I thought you knew it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. We stand on business. This real talk brand, you know we in this. We in the streets of Manhattan, peeping the action, keeping the people reacting, leading up to Knicks and he getting it cracked. Cause it's game time. We in the world most famous. We see the Knicks lock your team up. I be serving just like a subpoena. You know the Knicks fan. We still a real giddy and litty. To the New York City gritty committee to beat the city by 50. We're about to get me a nice cipher with a smart quarter on ice. For a few bucks in the quarter to pay the order with my smart to the right. We got them getting it popping in the Apple Rotten. Let the home, let the partners stopping on their Apple Watch. It's Knicks Real Talk. The team streaming on YouTube.com. We got two dudes doing good moves spot on, dropping the bomb. From the cop, we got a spot to dropping some of the hottest Knicks content that's up in your head. Enough said, you know, us there leaving the guard after they done got their bag. Go like a cab to fly back to the triad, no jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We we